Hey there, fellow trainers. Have you ever stopped to consider just why your teams succeed or struggle in Nuzlocke challenges? Well, we're about to do a deep dive into the art of team building to provide you some insight into what exactly makes a good team and why they work so well. However, before we jump in, we should clarify what truly classifies a run as a Nuzlocke challenge. In a Nuzlocke challenge, you are limited to the first encounter of every route. If they faint or you fail to catch them, tough luck. You have to move on empty-handed. Also, any Pokemon that faints must be permanently boxed or released. That's how Nuzlockes work at their core. Though there are various additional rules and restrictions that can be added to make them more challenging. Restrictions such as, say, no items, or playing on set mode, are two popular and common additions to the base rule set. But now that we've touched on what a Nuzlocke is, let's dive into constructing a team. Here's how it works, not just for Nuzlockes, but for any team building situation. There are three core principles. Number 1. You need to know your preferred playstyle and play to its strengths. Are you an aggressive, offense-focused player? A defensive stall tactic user? Or do you prefer balance between the two extremes? Knowing which style fits you best will give you solid foundation to build from, and structure to fall back on. Number 2. You need good type coverage and synergy between the Pokemon on your team. Type coverage and synergy are two of the most important aspects that tie a team together and help them function effectively. Now, no team can cover everything, but a good team covers a great deal. So aim for a diverse team that covers a wide array of types. This will help you challenge and counter opponents effectively. Look for Pokemon with movesets or abilities that complement each other, or play off of each other in some way. For example, take the water and ground type Pokemon Gastrodon, and any fire type Pokemon. Gastrodon's ability, Storm Drain, takes any water attack and nullifies it, instead increasing special attack by 1 stage. Bait the enemy into using a water attack on your fire type Pokemon, and swap to Gastrodon during that turn. This is an example of a Pokemon's ability synergizing with another Pokemon's type matchups. It creates a safe switch-in opportunity and puts you in a stronger position through a stat boost. Number 3. Every successful team has roles and specializations that are filled by its members. Consider including Pokemon that can fulfill specific roles, such as walls, tanks, sweepers, support, and utility. Walls and tanks soak up hits, and are the core of most stall-focused teams. Walls and tanks are also often capable of stopping sweepers in their tracks, and giving you a chance to gain back momentum. Sweepers deal heavy damage, and are the core of any offense on a team. Support Pokemon provide healing or stat boosts, and utility Pokemon offer unique abilities or moves that can turn the tide of a battle. Moves such as Haze, Defog, or Rapid Spin come to mind when thinking of utility Pokemon, as these serve to ruin an opponent's carefully laid setup and force them back to square one. Moves such as Wish, Heal Bell, or Baton Pass are support moves which can heal, remove status ailments, or pass on stat boosts to your team members. All of these are valuable roles, but the balance of quantity differs from team to team. For the sake of example, here's a balanced team I've used multiple times in Gen 1 and 2 runs. Raichu, Snorlax, Alakazam, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. In this team, you have 3 fast sweepers, 1 bulky sweeper, 1 utility, and 1 wall, as well as a good rounded coverage of types, both through their base types and their move pools. Raichu, Alakazam, and Charizard are extremely fast Pokemon, with the potential to sweep a wide array of types. However, they're fragile, and not able to take too many hits. This is where the Pokemon Blastoise comes in. They're still a powerhouse, but they have the HP pool and defensive stats to take a few hits. In exchange, they lose some speed in comparison to the likes of the other sweepers on your team. Pokemon such as Venusaur have access to a variety of powder moves and Leech Seed to hinder the opponent, making them our core utility Pokemon. And Snorlax is a literal wall of HP and defensive bulk that slows down most enemies and sweepers. I hope this gave you some insight into what makes an effective team. If you found it useful, why not subscribe and stay tuned for more exciting content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.